Good morning. Today's date is January 6th, 2025. Time is about 10:45 a.m. Now, I do have to head on out soon, so this will be a brief one. But it's snowing out here, so believe it or not, I got to travel to the airport to pick somebody up. So good luck with that. But anyway, last night I had the opportunity to look at Jessica Denson's newest video, which came out last night. And in this video, this is after the 14th Now March, all those 3 days. This was after all of that. Now, she was thinking about this beforehand, but she didn't want to integrate it with what she was doing with the 14th Now. So she went ahead and put it out now, since that has already been done, and she has a different avenue that she's taking at this point, and this is where we need to pivot as well. Okay, no telling what's going to happen at the certification today. I'm sort of getting the impression that a lot of these people are going to take that magnanimous position, and they're going to, say, let's do the will of the people voted, la, 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 la. You know how all that goes. Okay, I put up a video just previous to this one in regards to what I think about that. But anyway, so she's pivoting towards this. Now, in the video, she's with an individual called Nathan. I'm sorry I don't have his last name. I didn't get his last name, just Nathan. Matter of fact, he's the individual that I said on my a couple of videos back that I met over at the Now March. I was sitting on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, and he showed up out of the blue, and we started conversing and what have you. So, but very interesting who he is. He's going to reveal who he is in the video. It's a joint video between him and Jessica. And then he tells what he knows. Now, I've got to give the guy credit, and the reason being is this. I work with several government agencies out here in Quantico, and these guys are pretty much tight-lipped about talking about politics. They're told by their agencies, don't talk about politics, things like that. I think that's absurd. Everyone has a political opinion, and they should be able to express it. Now, he's going to explain in the video who he is. It happens to be that he is a commissioned officer. And you would think as an officer that he has to be tight-lipped about his political aspirations as well, or his political views. But he goes against that grain. And hey, look, I give him credit for that. And I told him in a text message that I sent him that he's earned my respect because of that. Because he's coming out and he's telling what he knows, he's telling what he thinks. Now, all the information that he gives is based on statistical information. Stuff that's available to everybody on the internet. So it's not some type of conspiracy theory in the background. And what I like about this particular video is Jessica actually checks him in at certain times. So this way she makes sure that she knows where he's getting this information from, and she sort of checks him on that to make sure that things are good with her show as well, and that the people that follow her aren't going down a rabbit hole. So, but he explains himself very well in the video. All I'm going to say is it's about an hour and a half long. So if you don't have the time to look at it all, just go ahead and save it, and then you can come back to it later on and sort of watch it in pieces. So if you're not the cerebral type and don't have an appetite for all different types of numbers and graphs, the first part of it, you might get a little bit lost. I know I got a little bit lost, but you have to watch it a couple of times to figure it out. But what I would suggest is at least if you're going to watch any of it right now, look at the last 20 minutes of it. And I may even post it after I talk on this session, the last 20 minutes of it. And the reason being is because then they give you a summary of what they've just talked about. And it's a little bit more digestible. A lot of the other stuff is great information, but unless you work in that area, it could be hard to follow. So I'm assuming that a lot of people know about this stuff, but for those who don't and have a hard time following, last 20 minutes is something you want to look at because they wrap it up. Okay, but all of it's great. So if you have the chance to look at the entire video, fine. Again, you will find it on Jessica Denson's YouTube channel. So as I said, I'll try to put the links for these individuals in the comments, but what winds up happening sometimes is these links disappear because of some type of view folding or something like that. So the gentleman's name, I can only go by Nathan because that's all I know at this particular point. But his YouTube channel, excuse me, His YouTube channel is Election Truth Alliance. That's one of them. And then the second one would be Dire, D-I-R-E, Talks. And his name is Nathan. So you can follow him on that, and I'm sure you'll find some very interesting information to follow. I would highly recommend it. And of course, there's Jessica Denson's channel as well. You just type in Jessica Denson in YouTube, and you'll have her latest. Okay, good enough. Well, that's my synopsis for their information at this time. But if I have a little bit more later on, and I'll have a chance to think, I am heading on out for a few minutes, but I'll be back. Go ahead and log into their sites, see what they have to say, but especially the one with Jessica and her, the joint meeting, okay, or the joint video that they do together, which came out last night. Well, good enough then. Appreciate you guys listening. Sorry I was a little bit long-winded, and repost, and I'll hit you back later on. Thanks. As it were, I decided not to add that video at the end because I have to head on out. I just don't have the time for it. But do go listen to, do log on to Jessica's YouTube page, and it has the entire video there that you can look at. Concentrating on the last section of it, if you don't want to go through the whole one initially. It is time sensitive because we got these guys voting today. I don't know what good it's going to do us as far as any type of effect on that, but at least you guys will have the information. So go ahead and listen to it. By the way, just to let you know, I did appeal my live suspension, and I don't know, they just gave me my my privileges back. Maybe they thought about it twice and figured out, well, this guy's onto something. Who knows? Anyway, so thanks a lot for listening. Again, repost, and I'll come back at you guys later on. Thanks.